Okay, recording. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gabriela Awad. I come from Chile, hence the accent. I've lived in England a few times, so my English is not too bad, hopefully. I've been in self-development all of my life in different spiritual paths, and I did yoga. I was a yoga instructor. I've done Reiki. I've done NLP. So much stuff, shamanism, all kinds of things. In fact, for 24 years, I was counting, 25 if you count when I was a child. But since I was an adult, I've always been meditating every day and doing different things to kind of improve myself as a person and get some answers and feel better in general, and then be able to help others. So in 2016, so 6 years ago, I got very, very ill and nothing helped. It was impressive. Nothing helped. And I've tried all of the usual routes. And then I found healers from different modalities, people that work with energy, but with machines as well. I gave you pills after they scan you with a machine and all kinds of things. And nothing worked. Some things helped a little. Like for a few days, I would feel a little bit better and then it will come back. But nothing sorted out. And I was basically ill for an entire year, barely able to function. And I somehow made it to England. I went for a visit. I don't know how I managed to go there from Chile. But I was like lying in bed all day, basically. Sometimes I could go out in the evenings if I rested the whole day. But that was the amount that I could do. That was it. I couldn't do much. And I went to this this picnic that some people that I've done some self-development workshops with put together. That everybody had done this workshop. It's called Essence. I don't know if you guys know it. It's a really cool workshop. Anyway, I went to this Essence picnic and I met this woman who was she also had done Essence, obviously, and she was also a yoga instructor of the same yoga that I was doing. And we sort of had a few things in common. So we got talking and I told her about, what I had, because I almost didn't make it to the picnic. And she told me, oh, I do this really cool and really powerful technique. You should try it, this healing technique. You should try it. You should come and see me. And at the time it cost £100, which for me was crazy amount of money. For a Chilean, £100 or 100 euros, it was a lot of money. But then I thought, what if this is the one thing that changes everything? What do I've got to lose? Okay, £100, but how much more money have I already wasted trying to sort this out and not being able to, 10 sessions with one person, 20 with another, and nothing was working. So in the end, I went. I didn't believe that it was going to sort it out, to be honest, but I went anyway, just in case, And I didn't understand it. It was this weird thing. She kept asking me these weird questions. I didn't know why. She got into some stuff that I was like, huh? I was like that during the session. Like, what is going on? Who is she? Like, what's happening? I didn't really know what the session was. It seemed nice, but I couldn't really explain it. But the next day, I still remember vividly. I woke up and I was like, I feel well, actually. Like, why do I feel well? This is so weird. And I started washing the dishes. And I was like, I'm just standing washing the dishes. I don't feel like I'm going to faint. I don't feel like I'm going to pass out. I don't feel like I need to lie down for 3 hours because I washed 3 plates. And that's when I started thinking, was that the session I had yesterday with this lady, that weird thing that she did? But I didn't know, obviously, and I didn't know if it was going to stay. I started telling myself, maybe it's this one of these things, that I feel a little bit better for a day or 2, or maybe even 3, and then it's back. So let's see what happens. But when a week went by and I was still feeling fine, like normal, like I hadn't felt in a year, I was like, what is this? What did she do? And I need to find out. So I contacted her, we got together, and then she did more sessions for me. I don't remember if then or after, but I ended up asking her to come to Chile to live with me, to teach me this technique. Because I told her, like, I have tried everything and nothing worked. And this thing solved my problem in one session. I mean, what is this? I need to find out. I need to learn. I want to learn for me, so I never get ill like that again. And for others, I want to, spread this to the world. So long story short, she did come. She lived with me and my daughter for 6 months. And she taught me the technique, me and a few of my friends. And in the end, after she left, I sold everything I owned. I packed my bags and my daughter, and I went to England to learn with the people that she had learned. And I was there for a year and a half, and I did all of the advanced courses and a lot of courses, and I was assistant. And this is when I really learned this technique. And I didn't tell many of my friends. There's 2 friends here in the audience today, and I've rarely told these guys because I'm sort of shy about it. Like, I don't know if I'm embarrassed, but I don't know. I don't tell people about it at all. I usually don't tell anyone. And people just find me because of word of mouth. Somebody gets an amazing result and they're like, hey, I know this healer, and somebody recommends me. But I never tell people. And I think that's not fair on people, because just because I'm shy or whatever, it doesn't mean I shouldn't be sharing this with the world, because the world needs it. So I sort of realized the other day, I need to get over myself and just do it anyway, shyness and all, because it's very, very healing. It's very transformative. I've seen miracles. Since I started working as a healer with this technique, I have healed a few phobias that people have had all their life in one session, a long one though. Both 3 times. Both 3 times there were sessions, 2.5 hour sessions, but still, I mean, I've never heard of any technique doing that before. And other things like that. I don't know, tumor shrinking, and people that always had a problem with something, and within a few sessions, it's over. And it's not a magic wand, yeah? Sometimes it's long, it takes longer. Sometimes it takes the person a whole transformation. But it also can be a magic wand, and it can bring miracles. And I've seen many amazing stuff with it, from it, through it. Because it's like, okay, it's gonna sound religious, but it's like God. It's definitely like the energy of the divine, or the energy of love, infinite love, that comes in and helps you out. And sometimes all it takes is for you to be open and for somebody to channel it, and that's it. And in one session or in one experience, you get a huge shift. I had one client come to me in January last year. She came to me for something completely unrelated, but I was told by the guidance to tell her to work on something else. So I told her, okay, we can work on what you brought, but also I'm being told what you really need is this other thing. And she was really open, and she was like, let's just do what the guidance tells you to do. If the guidance says, let's work on that, let's work on that. So we worked, and it was a beautiful session. They usually are. But after a few weeks after, she told me that she had met her ex-partner that she hadn't seen for 17 years, and that they were together. And that was really beautiful, right? And then a few months later, she decided to take the courses with me, because I teach this technique as well now. I'm a teacher also. And she took all the 3 courses, and she came to all of the practice sessions. She was very committed. And then at the end of the year, she told me they were engaged to get married. And now she told me that she's pregnant. So in one session, her whole life changed. And that can happen, especially if you are willing to allow the miracle in, if you open up your heart and open up your mind. Because it's kind of like God brings its love into you. I don't know how to say it. It's not a religious thing, though. It's not God. I don't know how to call it. I call it the creator usually, or the divine, or love, because it's just love and light. That's the energy. And sometimes all we need is to allow that into our lives, to change it and to shift it forever. So anyway, without any further ado, let's have the experience. I want you guys to experience it. I don't want to talk for 2 hours or whatever. I want you guys to have the experience. So we're gonna do these meditations. They're like meditations and healings at the same time. So they're guided. I'm gonna walk you through it. But then when we get to the point where we're going, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you get to answer if you want it or not. It's up to you. We work with free will. Everyone's free will. I cannot heal or change anything in anyone without their will. It's not, I mean, it's super not just unprofessional, but it goes against every law of the universe. You know, we respect people's boundaries and people's free agency. That's very important. It's one of the reasons why I don't tell people about what I do. I kind of want them to find out by themselves, you know, because for me, finding out this technique was as important as the technique itself. If I hadn't made such a huge impact in my life, I don't think I would be so committed to it than I am. It changed my life completely. A few times, actually. This is one story of many. So I want you guys to have the experience. So to close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position. If you're lying down, that's fine, doesn't matter. It's better to sit up, but it's not essential. Just try to breathe deeply. Okay, there we go. Just fall into your heart, feel your heart. Whoops, I'm gonna close that door before you start disturbing us. Okay. So try to breathe out anything that might be bothering you or distracting you. There we go. And breathe in love and light. And breathe out any worries, any anxieties. Really breathe it out as much as you can. And from your heart, you can imagine you project your energy down through your legs, through your feet, through the sole of your feet, down, down, down towards the earth. You're imagining you're projecting your energy towards the earth. And down through the earth to the center of the earth. And now you're going to imagine you take the energy from the center of the earth through the sole of your feet, through your toes, your legs, your knees, your upper legs, your hips, the lower part of your spine with all these organs, the middle part of your spine with all these organs. You're bringing in the energy from the center of the earth to your body, to your spine, to your upper spine too, with all these organs, your hands, your arms, your elbows, your shoulders, your neck, your head. And you're going to imagine a ball of light. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so you're bringing the energy from the center of the earth through all of your body. Like it washes over your body. There you go. To the top of your head. And on the top of your head, you're going to imagine a ball of light on the top of your head. Any color that you choose. Could be transparent and a color. And you're going to make yourself like a little version of you is going to go inside that ball of light. You're safe and protected in this ball of light. And the ball of light is going to start spinning. It's going to leave your body and it's going to start going upwards. You're safe and protected in this ball of light. And the ball of light is going to get out of the place you're in. It's going to keep going up. It's going to pass the clouds. Keep going up in your ball of light. It's going to pass the moon. Keep going up. It's going to pass different planets. Keep going up. It's going to pass all the planets. It's going to leave the galaxy and keep going up. You're inside your ball of light. Doesn't matter if you don't follow every step. Just be in your ball of light and you're going through all of the planets. Keep going up. You leave the galaxy, keep going up. You start passing different galaxies faster and faster. Keep going up faster and faster. You're safe and protected in your ball of light. You're going to see layers of light. Lighter lights, darker lights, lighter light. There you go. Keep going up in your ball of light, faster and faster. You're gonna reach a place of a jelly-like substance, like gelatin, like a thick water. You're gonna go inside that yellow in your ball of light. You might see colors or symbols. Keep going up. You're gonna see a pink mist. Somewhere in the yellow-like substance, you're gonna see a pink mist. Go to that pink mist, like a cloud of pink. There you go. Go inside it in your ball of light. And inside this pink mist, you're gonna see a door or a window. Go towards that door. Open it. And you're gonna come inside a place when there's only white light. Keep going up in this white light until you're surrounded by white light. It's a bright white light. There's nothing else, just bright light. Like iridescent bright light. You see white light in front of you, behind you, or below you, above you, to the right, to your left. Keep going up until you're just surrounded by light, white light, bright white light. And allow this white light to dissolve your bubble and fill you up with unconditional love. It's okay, you're safe and protected. This is just the place where the unconditional love lives. So just allow the unconditional love to fill you up. Like fill your cells up. This is the part where you can choose to allow these things or not. It's up to you. So I'm gonna ask some questions. Don't answer with a microphone. You just, the energy is infinitely intelligent, so it will know if you're letting it or not. It's quantum physics. It goes if you allow it. But you don't need to say it. I don't need to hear it, is what I'm saying. It's good to say it out loud if you can, but I don't need to hear it because I don't do it. I'm just a witness. It's source that does it. There we go. So can we send unconditional love? Can source send unconditional love to all of your cells? And if you're saying yes to that, really receive it, because there's some resistance. If you've never received love before, you might have resistance. It's understandable. But this is pure love, guys. It's pure love. It's love without, I don't know, it's without an agenda. It's love without boundaries, without manipulation or abuse or anything, or without hurt. This is just pure love. It's like the love you feel for a child, just like that. It's pure. It's very pure. It's the purest of love, and it's safe for you to accept it. Can we teach you it's safe for you to accept it? And can we teach you what it feels like to accept it? Okay, so now receive it. Can the Creator send you love, unconditional love? It's free, guys. You are part of love too. So of course you can get it for free. It's free. That's better. Some of you are accepting it better. Really allow it in all of your cells. Yeah, there we go. So imagine each one of your cells. Hang on, they're telling me not to say this yet. Okay. Okay, forget about that. We'll do it later in the next meditation. Just receive the love for now. Just receive it with everything you've got. Okay, yeah, great. Can we send you healing to every cell of your body as well, to everything that you are? Again, it's only up to you. If you want to receive it, you say yes out loud and you will receive it. And if you don't want it, don't receive it. Of course, I recommend you receive it, but it ultimately is completely up to you. That is better. It's weird, isn't it? It's so weird the first time. It gets easier, guys, I promise. I feel like we need to do something else. We will send love to the people around us eventually, but not yet. Sure. Can we teach you that you are worthy and deserving of receiving love? That you don't need to do anything or become anything in order to receive love? That you already are who you need to be in order to receive love? That you're already worthy of receiving love? Really allow that in, because you are. Because you are love. That's our essence, guys. It's funny. I don't know if in this group or whoever is gonna watch the replay, but I can feel some like minds going like, but that's not true. Like, that's okay. I know. I had a hard time with this one too, guys. I'm very I don't believe things until I experience them or leave them myself. So I get it. Don't worry about it. Whatever works for you. But maybe allow yourself to have the experience and then you can decide. Okay, I'm gonna send one last wave of love. I mean, not me, but yeah, the creator, in case you want to receive it. Okay, and now we're just gonna shower with a bright light. Just imagine like a bright shower all around you. Beautiful bright shower. Okay. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. We're gonna do more, yeah? This is just the beginning. How are you feeling, guys? Does anybody want to share? You can write it in the chat or you can say it out loud if you want. Did you feel anything? Was it too weird? Was lovely, Mark says. I'm glad, Mark. I even cried, Evie said. Oh, so glad. Evie. These two are my friends for many years now. I don't think I've ever taught you meditation before, though, guys. We're gonna do more. I want you guys to experience it deeper, but I think it's everyone's first time because the energy was very much like the first time. So hang on, I saw another message. Oh yeah, it's a heart. Nice. So yeah. The more you do this, the deeper it gets. And it's always beautiful. And it's always transformational. As long as you allow it, basically, as much as you allow it. I would say let's do it again. Unless somebody else wants to ask something or comment something, you can write it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. You don't have to put the camera if you don't want. No questions or comments? Okay, let's go do it again. So we're gonna do the same meditation every time. It will get easier. The more we do it, the easier it will get. I've done it many times, but you guys, I think you've never done it, all of you. So yeah, but it will get easier. And if you skip a step or you forget a step, if you get lost, don't worry about it. Just keep going with it, you know? Calliope is saying probably resisted. Yes, please do it again. Yeah, there was some resistance, but it's natural, guys. I mean, some of you don't know me. You don't know this weird thing that we're doing. It's totally understandable. I will resist too. But I promise if you try to open up, the more you open up to it, the more beautiful it is. It really is. So yeah, we'll do it probably more than twice, because you know, as much as you guys want, basically. I want you to really experience it, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful and transformational. But I don't have like a plan of what we're gonna do. I just go with what I'm guided to do. So let's do it again and see what comes in. So close your eyes. Yeah. Connect to your heart. We're gonna go a little bit faster. Remember, if you skip a step or something, it doesn't matter. Just try to follow what I'm saying. But sometimes we lose our concentration. That's okay. That's normal. It's human. Just do what you can and try to follow it. Basically, don't try to go back and then do it. Just follow where we are all at. Did somebody wanted to say something or ask something? No. I just heard a little noise. Let me see. I mean, the iPad, so the settings are a little bit different. Oh, it's fine. Okay. All right, so close your eyes, connect to your heart. There you go. Connect to your heart. Breathe deeply. It's not a test or anything, so it doesn't matter. Try to relax. Yeah. And you're gonna breathe, bring your energy down through your body. You're gonna imagine your energy goes down through your body, through your legs, through the sole of your feet towards the earth. Towards the center of the earth. Yeah. You got it. And you're gonna take the energy from the center of the earth and bring it back up through the sole of your feet, through your knees, your legs, your hips, your lower spine, front and back with all these organs, your middle spine with all these organs, your upper spine with all these organs, your hands, your shoulders, all of your arms, your neck, your head. And you're going to imagine that a ball of light is on top of your head, of any color that you choose, or transparent with color. It doesn't matter, guys. And you're going to imagine yourself, like a little version of yourself goes inside that ball of light. And the ball of light starts spinning and starts going upwards, faster and faster, up, faster, faster, faster. I don't know why I laugh. I just felt, I don't know. Just keep going, guys. You're doing super well. I'm very pleased. Keep going, guys. Yeah. You go faster and faster. You go through layers of light. Go faster, faster. Yeah. More layers of light. Yes, there we go. And then you get to this jelly-like substance. Don't worry about the path. You're already in the jelly-like substance. Yeah, there we go. And you're going to see a pink mist far away. Go to the pink mist in your ball of light. And you're going to see a door inside that pink mist. Go towards it. Open it, or it might already be open, and go inside it. And you're going to get to a place of white, iridescent white light. Tingly, tingly white light. Very, very bright. Keep going up until you're just surrounded by white light. Keep going up, 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 up until you're surrounded. It's in front of you, the white light is behind you, to your right, to your left, above and below. It's everywhere. You're just surrounded by this really beautiful white light. It's like pearly white light. This is where the creator of all that is lives. You know, this is where unconditional love is. Yes, I know it's hard to believe. I wouldn't believe it either if it was my first time. But oh, I just have the experience. It's so funny. Okay, just let the white light surround your bubble. Just experience it. You can decide later when you think of it. Let it surround your bubble and let it and let it dissolve your bubble. Let it fill you with that unconditional love. See, it's nice. Imagine it's the sun. You know, the sun shines on all of us and we don't have to do anything for it. It just warms us with this beautiful light. This is not that different. Of course you deserve it, and it's you're safe. You know, it's like, or the stars also shine on us with the beautiful, magnificent light. And they're so beautiful and calming. This is not that different. This is just the place where the unconditional love can be found. It can also be found in your heart and in many other places. But this is one of them. Okay, that's better for some of your minds. It's okay. I have a similar mind to that. Very scientific, my mind. But my heart is different. So try and feel it with your heart. So allow the unconditional love. Allow it to come in. Can this energy send you unconditional love? To all of your cells, all the cells of your body. We've got millions, probably more than millions actually. Trillions, I don't know the number, but just imagine that each cell in your body, imagine it, we know this is not the case, yeah, but imagine that each cell has a mouth and that you're breathing in the love with that mouth. Yeah, this is a scientific group. I like it. Just allow it, guys. I'm not going to go into details about the cells. I forgot it. I studied it at uni, but I forgot it all. So just allow. We're going to imagine it has a mouth. We're going to allow it in, because it's basically so that love goes inside each cell, because there's a lot of resistance. Because we live lives that are not easy. We live lives that teach us to fear love instead of receiving it. You know, it teaches distorts what love is. Basically, it teaches us love is pain or love is suffering, but those things are not true. Can we actually teach you that, the difference between love and pain? If you say yes, you're going to receive it and you might feel it coming into your body. So the difference between love and pain, can we teach you the difference between love and suffering? They're totally different things, guys. Okay, sure. We're not going to go deeper for some reason, and we're just going to allow the love to go inside each one of your cells, as if each cell has a mouth and you're just receiving it, because love transforms. Just remind me to tell you a story about this later, because I have a good one with it, with just love. Just receive it in every cell of your body, especially the parts that need it the most. That is better, way better. Well done, guys. Okay, sure. Can we send you healing as well through all of your cells? The healing energy will just go wherever is needed and wherever is allowed. So don't worry about it. We don't need to control it or guide it. It will just do its thing. Just allow it to like shower you with the energy of, there you go, healing. Soothing, isn't it?
I just felt somebody's worry in someone's heart. I think it's someone here, not in the recording. Let me see. How can I help that worry? Okay, can we just send love to the worry? I just felt it jumping, this sort of worry. It's okay. We all have worries. Honestly, nobody's enlightened here. We're all humans. It's normal. But can we send love to it? Just to help it dissolve or evolve or whatever needs to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. The creator knows. Love will know what to do. Love always knows. How can we trust love? Somebody's asking that. I don't know if here or in the recording. That is a really good question. I don't know how to explain it. Let me ask. Okay, I've just been told I don't need to explain it. I just need to show you. No idea how yet, so give me a sec. Simple answer. Just send more love. Okay, can we just send more love? Like a wave of love. Okay, sure. Can we send a wave of love then? By we, I mean the creator mainly. I'm just witnessing. You know, the love energy. How can I know this is what? I couldn't hear the whole thing. I don't know. You know because you experience this. That's how you know. I think we should talk about it later. Sorry, guys. I could hear someone's mind asking many questions, but let's talk about it later. Let's have the experience first. So let's send more love. Because yeah, that is true. So some people need to understand things in order to experience them. Other people just experience them. It's true, it's true. I understand that. My daughter is like that. She needs to understand with her head before she lets anything in. That's okay. It's just a way of being. You know? That's okay. We can talk about it after. But just let in whatever you can, basically. Whatever you're willing to, whatever makes sense. I'm different. I go with my gut. My mind is very scientific, but ultimately I go with my gut with things. So if something feels good, I go with it. I experience it first, think later. But I do think. But we're all different. It's fine. It's perfect, actually. We are meant to be different. Just allow the feeling, allow the love as much as you want, as much as you can. We're gonna do it again anyway. Okay, so we're gonna get the shower of light. We're gonna come back, don't worry, we're gonna go deeper next time. For now, we're gonna shower. Let's have a shower of light. It's funny because I feel people that are gonna watch the replay as well. So I might be talking to some of them. Just shower with the light for now. Okay, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And if you want to share, that'll be great. Or ask questions. So we went a bit deeper. I would like to go deeper. I like deep things, but it's up to you guys. I think we should do it again, at least one more time. Because we can go very deep with this technique, but we'll go as deep as you guys can and want to. Does anybody want to share anything? Or ask questions? Could be in the chat or through here. Just silence. Just to know where you guys are at. Was anybody here the person that had questions or not? Because somebody had a lot of mental questions, like intellectual ones, questions are always welcome with me. Any kind of questions. I love questions actually, because we all learn from them. So just ask me now. I just didn't want to mix the energy of the creator with the questions so much. But we can talk about it now. I think it's not here, the person though. It's interesting because I see you and I feel you, but I'm not always completely sure where the person is. It's gone. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, never mind. I see something in the chat. So Mark says, feel much more grounded and present than first time. Yeah, totally. Awesome. I'm glad. Evie says, I got a bit deeper in the end. I was lost a bit when you felt the worry. I was one of them. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I could feel the worry sort of jump in someone's heart. I could feel it and I saw it. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. And Calliope says, I was a bit more connected. That's awesome. Awesome, guys. Okay, we're gonna do it again. And anybody has a question or something else you want to comment on something? Because this time I really want you to go deeper. This has the power to really transform, even just this that we're doing, which is not like a session or anything. But this on itself has a very powerful transformation. And the story I was going to tell you earlier was a story about my dad. He's super scientific. He doesn't believe in anything. He doesn't believe in God or reincarnation or anything. He doesn't believe we have souls. He thinks we die and that's it. And we die, we disappear. That's what he believes. But I've been doing this kind of work for decades, really. And it's funny, we're just very different in that sense. And when I started doing this technique, that I realized we could send love to people, and I realized it really helps. So I tried to send love to him, and his higher self was like in front of the door of his room. He has his own room. Me and him and my mom, they live in the same flat, in the same apartment, but they don't share much spaces. They each have their own room. They're like roommates a little bit, or whatever. It's their style of marriage. But anyway, so his higher self was like in the front of the room, like almost like arm. I was like, and it was like, don't bring in that here. And I was just sending love, unconditional love, nothing else, not healing, nothing, because you can't really send anything to people unless they allow you and give you permission, except for unconditional love, which we can't send to everyone because it's free. It's just love. Love is everywhere, and we are love. We are made of love, and we're all evolving to try and bring more love into the world and to be more loving. And that's our kind of mission in life for all of us. Every being in this world is trying to be closer to love. It's like, I always give the example, it's like the fish in the water, the fish in the sea, or the water is inside the fish, and the fish is sort of water too. You can't say, oh, I don't deserve the water because I haven't done X, Y, and Z. Of course you deserve love, or the water. You are in it, and you are it as well. You are the sea if you're a fish. You know what I mean? It might not be the best example, but I think you might get it. So it's like, it's free. You are love. You're made of love. You are evolving towards more love. Love is free. So we can send to anyone. So anyway, I was sending love to my dad, but I couldn't because his higher self was literally telling me, like, not here. Like, it was in the door of his room. Like, you can do whatever to the rest of the flat, but not in my room. Like, leave my room alone. Like, his room with his bathroom, it's like en suite, which is like his little man cave. Anyway, of course I couldn't do anything if his higher self didn't want to allow love. I couldn't do anything. But I kept sending to my parents, to his house, like a daily thing. And at some point, I don't remember when, but at some point it kind of allowed a little bit in. I was like less like with like spades being like, don't come in. It was more like softer, like, yeah, maybe a little bit, just okay, fine, just send some love. I don't remember how it happened, but I remember that it started melting a little bit, that huge resistance he had.
And I just love, honestly, no agenda, because you can't really have an agenda. It's not, every person has their own path to walk, their own journey, and it's all perfect. So you can't really interfere. You shouldn't interfere. So I wasn't, but I was just something no. Anyway, long story short, eventually he allowed it. I don't know how. I don't remember how that happened. But the beautiful aspect of this story is that he's a different man. He is really kind and generous and open. He's never been like that. He was very abusive actually when I was a child, and he's not. It's like now I have a father for the first time. I'm 42. It's the first time in my life, and it's so different than he's ever been. It's like a different person. It's like the best aspect of himself came forward, and the not nice aspect of himself sort of melted away. And I don't know if he did something by himself to change this or not, but I do know that since I started sending love to him, it changed. It changed him completely. And I can't, like I said, I can't really take credit. I don't know if he's done more things. But now he sits with us. If we go visit him, me and my daughter, he sits at the table, he talks to us. He does a bunch of stuff that most people do, but my dad never did. And now he does it. Yesterday we went to a show together, like all kinds of things that most people do, but he's never done them before, and he's doing them now. He's 72 years old. No, that's my mom. Sorry, he's 75 years old, and he's changed completely. And yes, it might be old age also. I thought of that. But it also might be the love. So that's why love is so important. It can really transform. True. And I have another story, the last story before we go back up. Yeah. I was working on a friend of mine. He asked me to work on him. It was Christmas, but I don't remember which Christmas. I think 2018, it might have been. Anyway, I was working on him. We did a really long session. And he asked me to work on his daughter, his teenage daughter. He had 3 daughters. Two of them were teenagers at the time. And she had a million problems. She was doing drugs, dating somebody that was selling drugs, and all kinds of things. Too many parties, not doing good in school. They're in America. That's where they live, in the States. And he asked me if I could work on his daughter, which you can't. Without people's consent, you can't. They have to be there, and they have to allow you to work on them. But I can't sell love, because love is free, right? So I started sending love, and it was a similar situation, because her higher self was like, fuck off, sorry. But that's basically how she was. She's a teenager, right? Really angry teenager. So she was like, go away, don't come any close to me, da da da. So I kept working on him, but parallel to working on him, on whatever the issue was with him, I kept sending love to her in case she wanted it. Like it was like near her, like around her, but not coming in because she didn't want it. But her higher self started getting curious a little bit and started kind of putting his guard down. And because it was a long session, towards the end, it took its guard down and it allowed the unconditional love to come in. And it even allowed me to work a little bit on the person, which you can do if their higher selves allow. But not much. We mainly just send unconditional love, and that was it. But the daughter, I don't remember if it was the same day or the next day, they were all watching TV together, the whole family, and that daughter suddenly out of nowhere just said like, oh my God, I am so happy. I have never been this happy before, or I haven't been this happy for years. One of the two. And he was like, I can't believe it. I don't know how that happened. And with time, she stopped. In, I don't know, a few months, she stopped the drugs. She broke up with the boyfriend. She went back to studying properly. She got a job. Her whole life changed, and all we did was send love. So this is the power of love, guys. I'm not telling you the story to be like, oh, I'm so cool or whatever. I didn't do it. Love did it, and her higher self that allowed it. But this is the power of love. This is why it's so important to allow it in. And when we're not used to it, I know it can be very hard, but you just have to keep trying. So let's do it again so you can try it more. I hope that helps. So close your eyes, take a deep breath.
Connect to your heart. Okay, so we're gonna go faster. It's the same thing. So you're gonna imagine your energy goes down through your legs, to the sole of your legs, to the earth, to the center of the earth. You're gonna imagine you bring the energy up from the center of the earth, through your feet, through your whole body, so through your knees, through your hips, through the lower spine with all its organs, middle spine with all its organs, upper spine with all its organs, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, and head, including the face. You can imagine a ball of light on top of your head. And you're going to imagine a little version of you goes inside that ball of light. And the ball of light, yeah. So imagine a little version of you on top of the ball of light that is on top, inside the ball of light that is on top of your head. There you go. So the ball of light starts spinning and going up, 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 further up, up, leaving the earth, keeps going up through the planets, keeps going up really fast, leaves the galaxy, passes other galaxies faster and faster. You see layers of light, lighter lights, darker lights, lighter lights. It keeps layers and layers, keep going up until you see a yellow-like substance. Keep going up. You're gonna see a pink light. Keep going up. And inside that pink light, you're gonna get to this place where there's white, iridescent bright light. Keep going in until you get to this place. There might not be a door, there might just be an opening. It's okay. The important thing is that you get to the white light. You're surrounded by white light. It's in front, behind, up, above, below, to your right, to your left. It's everywhere the white light. Keep going inside that white light until you're surrounded by white light. You don't have to do the whole journey in order to get here. You can just get here. You are in the white light. You're in the place where the unconditional love is. So allow the unconditional love to dissolve your bubble and fill you up with unconditional love. Really fill you up. All of your cells. There you go. Yeah, allow it, allow it, allow it. So there's this energy of grieving in someone's chest. You might not be grieving someone or something, but there's this energy of grieving, like deep sadness, like sorrow. It might just be like a part of your life that you lost, or a part of you that you lost. Yeah, it doesn't feel like an actual person or something, but more like an aspect of yourself or of your life that you feel like you lost. Yes, it's okay. We're gonna send love to it, okay? To that grieving energy. Can we actually release some of that grieving energy? We're gonna send more love to every cell of your chest. It's quite heavy. Some like this layer is left, but there's this heavy energy also. Let me see what we can do about it. Oh, okay. So it's this energy is all of those unresolved tears, is what I hear. So we don't cry enough in this world in general. No, crying is not well looked at. So we try to cry not much or not long, and then we stored up all of those sadness and all of those tears. Especially for men, it's really hard to cry. In some societies, it's worse than others. But for everyone, it's hard. And the problem is we sometimes store the emotions in our bodies. Unless we do something to get them out, we store them in. So can we now release some of these emotions that are stuck inside your body that no longer serve you, are just memories of things but are stuck inside of you? Can we send a healing vortex to release them? All of these emotions, whatever emotions you might have, it might not be sadness, but you have. It would just take care of the emotions that you no longer need inside of you. It could be anger too, or rage. These are the most usual ones, in fact. Just allow it if you want it. It's like a vortex. It's a little bit like what is the word? Like a spiral, like the spiral of energy that comes in. Just allow it. Like it would start shifting and releasing. Just let it take it. You don't need these emotions anymore. You don't need to store them in you. It's not going to change who you are. It's going to liberate you instead. So allow it. If you want it, allow it. It's a vortex of healing, a healing vortex to take away any heavy emotions, any emotions that are stored in your body that no longer serve you. Whichever serve you still are not going to get touched by this. So don't worry about it. Because this is the infinite intelligence. This is the energy where the infinite intelligence is. Infinite intelligence and unconditional love. That's why it knows. So just allow it. Allow the vortex to cleanse you of anything that doesn't belong to you anymore, that doesn't serve you anymore. All of your past selves as well. Sometimes some people hold on to past parts of ourselves. Just let it go. You don't need them anymore. You're not that anymore. It's not going to change your identity. It's just going to make it lighter for you to be who you are instead. You can always go back if we need to. We don't have to carry everything we've ever been with us. If that makes sense. So just let it transform you. And while this vortex is cleaning, okay, wait, no, I was just on. Let's wait a little bit. Just allow it to clean anything that isn't yours. Oh, that's great. Okay, can we allow that vortex to also clean your house or flat or wherever you live? It doesn't matter if it's yours or not, but it's where you live, so it would do what it's allowed to do. It's not going to go against anybody's free agency. We don't work with that. But there might be some stuck emotions in your home. You know how the emotions get stuck in buildings and in places and in objects? I can feel them. I can hear them sometimes even. And it's good to clean them once in a while, So if somebody has been very sad for a very long time in a place, the place is going to have some of that sadness. So we're just clearing it now. The same with anger and any strong emotions. It's good to have emotions. Emotions are needed. But it's also good to know how to clear them from you and from places. It's in fact way better to feel the emotions than to repress them. And we still need to do a little bit of housework and clean it. Yeah, that's it. Just allow it to clean. It's just going to do its thing. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. Can we send the healing vortex to clear your relationships too? It's just going to go wherever it's needed. So any relationships that no longer serve you or that are being abusive or disrespectful in any way, where love is not the most important ingredient, you know. It's gonna get clear. It doesn't mean you're gonna cut ties with that person, but that the heaviness of the past will lift, and also, hang on, let me ask properly. The heaviness of the past will lift, and it may also change the way you relate to that people. And we're gonna send love to it as well, to your relationships and your home. Just allow it. Okay, we're gonna send love to you, lots of love to you. Can we bring like a love vortex now to you? It's hard to let go of all stuff, I'm aware. It's very hard. It's needed though, a lot of the times. Because otherwise it becomes this heavy burden on us. Allow the love in. The love can work miracles, remember the stories. It really can. Even just the love. Really let it in all of your body and everything that you are. And in your house. Allow the love, allow it, allow it. And in your relationships too. All your relationships, business, family, friends, neighbors, all of it. People you work with, people you study with, whatever, whoever. Hang on. Somebody has this pain in the lower back. Can we're just gonna send love to it. Yeah, we're just gonna send love to it. Okay, this was way deeper than expected. All right, so we're just gonna shower again with the bright light. Just let it shower, let it wash off any remainder of anything. You're gonna feel the shower in you and in your home as well, wherever you are right now. Taking away anything else that's still there that doesn't serve you, cleaning it. Okay. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. This was way deeper, guys. I hope you're not too tired. I can feel at least one person is very tired. This is deep work. It can go way deeper also, but I think this is deep enough for today. We could do another one, but it has to be lighter, I think. Like easier. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Does anybody want to share anything? Or ask any questions? It's easy to go into like a trance with it because it's like a lot of people fall asleep while doing this meditation. It's quite common. Mark says, I'm quite tired, but it was lovely. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I can feel the tiredness. I feel it. It's not mine, it's someone, at least one person here or more. It was much deeper, Evie says. Yeah, yes, it was. It was much deeper. It could go very, very deep. It was different. Yes, it was. How come, Calliope, do you want to share? Like, what was the difference for you? How did it feel? If you want. But yeah, it was very different. I agree. Because we did a lot of things. I didn't expect it, but it's always a mystery, right?
I'm just trying to find the words. Not sure I can describe it, but it was somewhat different.
I agree. I agree. It was very different. I feel like you guys need one more and then that's it, because I don't want to overtire you either, obviously. And if somebody wants to say something or ask, yeah, Evie says something. Evie is saying, at some points when I am in the white light, I sometimes lose it. Yes, I know. I see some people kind of wobbling or like leaving it, and I try to bring it back. Yeah.
I lose it as well.
Yeah, it's common. You guys are just doing it for the first time. It's common. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It's like your brain learns the pathway, and the more you do it, it's easier, and you can do it faster. But it is quite common to lose it. So let's work now on getting you really in the white light. Like I'll try to take you with me, basically, because it's everybody's first time. That's the energy of this workshop. It's like you guys haven't done it or have done it very little. So the more you do it, the easier it gets. So let's do it again. I'll try and take you with me, but don't try to like think too much, because this is just like a map for your brain. But it's not the only way. There's other methods to get to the same energy, like going deep inside your heart, and you get there as well. But it's just one method. It's the one I use the most. Let me ask if we should use another, because we have several, in fact, at least 3. No, let's use the same one. Yeah. Another day we can do another method, which some people find way easier, but some people find harder. So let's stick to one. Another day we can do another. It's the same energy. It's just a different map to get there, basically. Okay. So yeah, this will be the last time, because it's late for all of you guys. Not for me, but for you guys, it's late. Anyway, so close your eyes, connect to your heart. Take a deep breath. Oh, I can already feel all this sadness, all this grief and sadness coming out of your heart. Just let it out, guys. Just let it out. It's not everyone. It's at the very least one person, though. It might be people in the recording as well. But yeah. There's at least one person here. Just let it out, guys. It's okay, you know. When we store all that sadness that I was telling you about. Okay, I'll tell you another story. So when I was at uni, when I met Mark and Evie, I was better when I met Evie, but when I met Mark I met in my first year of uni. So I was 21. It was 21 years ago. quite a long time. Half of my life. So when I met Mark, I don't think Mark knows this, because I'm quite a secretive person. So I don't think I ever told him, but I was very, very, very depressed. And at some point I couldn't leave. Yeah, you didn't know. See, nobody knows. My boyfriend knew, but that was it. At some point I struggled just to leave the room, and going to lectures was super hard, because just going to out of the room was hard. Anyway, I won't tell you this whole story. It's a long story, but basically I couldn't cry at all. I couldn't cry for years. I don't even know why. And I tried to make myself cry. And I think that's why I was depressed, because I couldn't cry. And when I found this other technique that I then studied, and then I became a teacher of it, and I did that technique for 12 years, I managed to cry, but I would cry for like ages, guys. It was incredible. Like I would just cry. It was like I was releasing all the sadness I had accumulating for freaking, I don't know how many years, 30, 25, I don't know, but many years. It's like I had to release that. Now I cry nearly every day, but it's very short and easy. I cry with like, I don't know, an advertisement, or sometimes I cry with emotion because a friend is doing good, or because a client is like, oh my God, your session transformed everything. Da, 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 da. And it's so nice to hear it. But it's like more usual, more normal. I don't know how to say it. It's like an everyday thing. I laugh every day and I cry probably every day or most days. I have cried today. Yeah, did I cry yesterday? I don't remember, but most days. What I'm trying to say, it's like a normal emotion. It just flows out of me. I'm South American. I mean, Chile is not such a big thing, and I try to surround myself with people that understand that that's who I am, so they don't get uncomfortable. But for many years, I couldn't cry at all, and I was deeply depressed. But I had all this sadness inside of me. And sometimes depression, it's basically emotions that we are compressing inside of us. And all we need to do in order not to feel that is to allow them to flow out of us, which is not easy. I know it's easier said than done, especially in the societies that we live in. But it's what we need to do. We need to find a way for those emotions to come out. So we'll do some more releasing as much as we can today, but do some work to allow these emotions to come out, you know, with a trusted friend, or with your diary. It's good to journal as well, or just put some music and try to move the energy out, the emotions out. I do other techniques. I do another, it's not so much a healing method, it's more like a coaching method. It's called Sacred Star Embodiment Coaching. It's another technique, not the one that I'm showing you today, guys. But that one is more for liberating emotions from the body. But it's very simple. Anybody can do it. It's basically allowing the body to express it out with a movement and sound. And, so crying, shouting, making noises, anything. I could teach you guys that, but another day. I don't want to mix things and confuse you or give you too much information in one. But we can do another one of these workshops, webinars, and I could teach you how to do that, because that's really, really helpful to be able to move the emotions out of you. And because otherwise they sort of take over and they become these repressed things, or things that we don't even know why we feel like that, you know? Like I didn't even know why I was so sad, but I didn't need to know. I just needed to release it, you know? I don't know if that's making any sense. I hope it makes sense. The bottom line is it can be done. You can heal from anything. I've seen people, I don't know, last year I got 3 teenagers. They were all suicidal. Not just depressed, but suicidal, which is something I'm getting used to. I have been in that boat, and so I find it sort of easy to help people that are like that. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but basically, they all healed. They are all really well, and it's possible. That's what I'm talking about it, because it's possible to get out of it. It is totally possible. They're blossoming. One wrote a book at 13. Another one went back to uni. She was thinking of leaving it, and now she has the perfect boyfriend. Is really happy. The other one, 2 of the 3, no, actually the 3 of them learned this technique. 2 of them with me, another one with someone else, with her mom. Because sometimes we work, and I worked on somebody who does the same things that I do, but it's harder for a teenager to go with a mom. So I was her healer, not her mom. But anyway, all 3 of them learned the technique. And the third one, she went for 6 months to Canada to learn English, and just had an experience, the time of her life. They're all really happy. And teenagers are easier to kind of help shift, because they haven't accumulated all the resistance that we adults have. And so it's quicker for them, for sure, and easier. But it's still very possible for adults that are very much at the end of their rope to completely transform it. And I have seen it, and it's beautiful. And all you need to do is just, you know, keep trying, keep doing this, do this meditation. I will leave the recording. I'll send it to you guys, to everybody who do subscribe. A lot of people told me they wouldn't be able to be here live, but they wanted it to be part of it, so they subscribe. So you guys will get the recording, so will them, and we can do it again. And the more we do it, the easier it's gonna get. And we'll send healing and love and that's going to start shifting. But I want to give you hope, is what I'm trying to say. I want to tell you it's totally possible. I have done it, and I have seen many people doing it, and it's possible. Just keep at it, have faith. I hope that helps. Okay. So we have gone way deeper than I ever thought we would, but it's always perfect. I'm a deep person, so it's fitting also. So connect to your heart, guys, and we're among friends. Yeah. Okay, so allow the energy to go down through your legs, through your feet, through the sole of your feet, to the center of the earth. Allow it to really go to the very center of the earth, which is part of all that is. It's part of the Creator. Yeah. You're going to take the energy from the center of the earth through your legs, your knees, your hips, your back, your arms, your shoulders, your neck, your face, your head. And you're going to imagine a ball of light on the top of your head. Yeah, we're going a bit faster now. And you're going to place yourself in that ball of light. And the ball of light is going to start spinning and going upwards. Further and further, it's going to pass layers of light. Keep going up. Keep going up. You're going to pass the layers of light. Yes, you're going to pass a yellow-like substance. You're going to see the pink mist. You're going to see the door, go inside the door. And you're going to get surrounded by white light. Keep going up until you see the white light. Keep going up. Come with me and come to where the Creator is. Keep going up until you're surrounded by white light. It's up in front of you, just white light, bright white light. It's below you, behind you. It's above you, it's everywhere. You're just surrounded by white light. Only white light, don't doubt it, don't question it. Keep going up until you're surrounded by white light. Yeah. You should definitely try the other meditation next time, just so you have the experience. But allow it now, allow the white light. Allow it to dissolve your bubble and surround you with white light. There you go. Surround yourself with the white light and the love. So the love is dissolve your bubble and it's filling you up with unconditional love. Allow it to fill you up with unconditional love. Allow the conditional love to go everywhere inside of you. And can we send unconditional love to everyone in your family, in your friend circle, in your job, in everywhere in your life? Because it's so nice to send love to people, guys. You can change people's life. It's beautiful. So let's take the opportunity and help a little bit with our little grain of sand of help. And send love to everyone you know. Even the neighbor you don't like, everyone. Everyone deserves love. Yes, even murderers. We can talk about it another time, but yes, everyone deserves love. And everybody gets transformed by love. Yeah, we need to send more love to you. So let's do that also. Just allow this. It's like a bath of light. Yeah. You don't have to send it to others. The Creator would send it to others. You just have to agree to it if you want. And just allow it to receive it. It's like a waterfall of love. Just allow the waterfall to touch you and get it inside of your skin and inside all of your organs. Allow it to go to your blood. Allow the love to go to your muscles, to your bones, everywhere. Allow it to transform. Really allow it to transform. There's this hopelessness energy. It's only one person, but can we send love to the hopelessness? Oh, that's better. Whatever you feel you can't deal with, just give it to God. You know, whatever you want to call it, the universe, energy. I call it many names. Unconditional love is one of my favorites because it's very clear what it is. There's no misconceptions. It's just unconditional love. We don't have to deal with things alone. We can just give things to the light, to the love. There we go. Really love the love inside of you. And are we going to send love to your life as well? Your life, your everyday life. The people you encounter, the people you have to deal with, the places you go. But especially to you, because that's the main thing. Oh, cool. Yeah, to your projects as well. Let's send love to your projects. And send love to your confusion, to your doubts. And allow the love to really permeate through everything that you are, through all of your being. Really, really allow it. It's amazing what it to do. Yeah, there we go. That is way better, guys. Allow it, feel it. Allow it. Really allow it to go in. Okay, last time. Can we send love to everything that you are and everything that you will be and everything that you wear, so you can, get transformed and leave you. So you don't need to hold on to what you wear. Doesn't matter what you wear. What matters is who you are now. That is better. That is way better. And we also send love to who you will be as well. Okay, we're gonna do the shower of light last time through everything that you are and your home. Just because it's good and it's nice. And we're going to do the process backwards so you can get really grounded in your body. It's important to be grounded in the body. Very important. And you can do this meditation after again, so don't worry about it. I'll send you the recording. But for now, you're going to go back into your ball of light. You're going to go through the doors, through the pink mist. You're inside your ball of light. Through the yellow like substance. Keep going down, down, down through the layers of light. Keep going down. You're going to pass the moon. Keep going down. You're going to come back to the earth. Keep going down. You're going to come back to your body. In the top of the head, the ball of light will dissolve and all of your energy will come inside the body. This new energy, this new version of you. More you. This is more you, more clear. And all the energy goes down through all of your body to the sole of your feet, and through the feet to the earth, to the center of the earth, anchoring this new version of you in the earth. It's very important to be grounded in the earth. It helps a lot. So ground this new version of you on the center of the earth. And then you're going to bring the energy back up from the center of the earth through your body, all of your body. So the energy is going to be in your feet, in your legs, your arms, your back, your bones, your neck, your head, but all of you. Just feel your own light inside your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How are you feeling, guys? How was that for you? Just clearing the screen. Anybody wants to comment? So Mark says, was lovely, much more calming than last time. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, Mark. It gets better. See, it gets better. The more you do it, it gets easier. It's good to see you, Mark. Okay, so Evie says, I feel a bit dizzy now, much more intense. Yeah, there was a lot to clear there. Let me know how you feel later. Otherwise, I can send you love. And if you, well, I'll send you all love anyway. It's free. But if you need in a good way, okay, good, in a good way. Just if you need something, just let me know. You know, I can send you healing as well if you give me permission. I feel it was strong. Evie says, yes, it was strong, definitely. Yeah, it can be way stronger, but we have to respect the rhythm, you know, each rhythm, each person's rhythm, because it's the first time for almost everyone or everyone. It's interesting. Is it different for those of you who have had experiences with other techniques? Do you find it very different or similar? Or Evie says, at some point I could hear my heart beating very loud. Cool, very cool. And Calliope says, thank you with the heart, with a happy face. Oh, okay. Evie says that she could hear her heart beating very loud via her headphones. That's really good. You've got a strong heart. See? Important. This effect, I always explain it, is like a ball. I live with the Andes, right? We have one of the biggest mountains in the world. So I always think of mountains and snow. It's, you know, it's because I'm from Chile. Anyway, so I always explain this as a ball of, oh, it's so nice to see you all. This is better. I like seeing you. This will have a ripple effect. So it's like throwing a ball of snow from a mountain down, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Tomorrow you'll feel different. You might still be like, I'm not quite sure what happened. But in a week you feel better, in a month you feel better. Like it's a snowball effect, and the more you do it, the quicker it will be, obviously, because you'll gather momentum as well. I recommend you drink a lot of water. You might be very thirsty. If you are, just drink as much as you need. I sometimes drink crazy liters of like 8 liters in a day sometimes, because I need it sometimes. With this technique, with other techniques, it's not like that. I don't know why. I do a lot of healing techniques, but this one in particular is very water-based. Very water-based. To be able to process it, you need to drink a lot of water. That's why I told you before, drink water before the session, have water during, because you will need it. And the more you drink, the faster you will process. We did a lot of releasing of old things too, so the water would help release it. Does anybody have any questions? There's another comment in the chat. Oh, wow, amazing. Mark says, first time I could feel my heart pulsating. So we've got 2 pulsating hearts today. Amazing. I love it. That's so cool. It's so nice, guys. It's so nice seeing you. I'm glad we did this. I've been hiding for too long with this. This is, for me, this is gold. And it's time I share it, right? At least with my friends and my friends' friends and whoever wants to join. So let's start doing these things. Let's do another one. I don't know if next week, but we could do like we could do every week. We could also do like twice a month or something, whatever works. Because we can go very deep, especially we start doing it regularly. It gets stronger, and it starts changing your lives, and it's just beautiful to watch. Does anybody have questions or comments? Anybody wants to speak? You can now mute yourself if you want to speak.
Gabriela, when you lose the light, what does it mean at that point?
It's a good question. I don't really know the answer, but it happens to some people, and especially at the beginning. Just try to go back to it. You probably doubt your ability to connect to God or to the light, or you're not sure you deserve it. We tend to go into self-punishment when we don't feel like we're worthy, or we don't feel like we deserve it. There's a lot of religions that teach you that you have to do certain things, and otherwise you're not deserving of love, or that God will punish you and all of that. But that's not true. None of that is true. God is pure love, and He loves everyone all the time. There's no conditions. But we learn those conditions from society and from religions and from everywhere. So we have to undo them somehow. And the best way is to just keep going, like keep doing it until you don't lose it anymore. Keep trying. The other thing is, when the brain gets too involved, we start doubting. That also stops the flow, because this is something we do with our hearts, really. It's something, it comes from love. It's just love. It's not a mental exercise. My brain can be very scientific, very mental too. I don't know how to explain it. But this is not done with the brain, it's done with the heart. And the more you can open your heart, the more you can receive it. So Mark says, I agree. Try not to label it. Let it do its work. Exactly. Because if you start doubting, oh, am I connected? Did I do it right? Did I miss something? If you put doubt in it, you're stopping the process, basically. You're like interfering with it. It doesn't matter if you skip a step or you forgot. It's not about that. You can just connect like this. Eventually, hopefully you will be able to just connect like that. Because it's God. It's everywhere. It's inside you. It's everywhere. This is just one way to get there, but there are others. And we can do the other ones too. So you experience it. Because some people find them more easy than this one. But the more you do it, the easier it will get. So just practice it. That would be my main advice. Practice. Practice makes perfect, right?
Right.
Yeah, it took me a long time to be able to do what I do now. Now it's easy, but it took me a long time. It took me years and many courses and repeating the courses and again. Some people grab it like this. I had some students in January that they're already doing sessions. They took one course, but they were really advanced students. They were already very connected, so they connected really quickly. But other people are more like I was, that they need many times and many sessions and many
courses and repeat courses until they gather it. But I kept going until I could do it. For you, it probably won't take as long as it did for me, because I'll help you along the way, and I did that path already, so I can help. But just be patient as well. It's not instant for everyone. For most people, it isn't. For some people, it is, but for most people, it isn't. And just keep going with it. But it's totally worth it. It's the most worth it thing I've done, as well as having my daughter. Even though she's a teenager, not always nice now. She's still very worth it. But this is the other thing that's totally the most worth thing I've done, for sure. Any more questions? I love questions. I hope I answer your question. My English is so weird today. I can speak English every day, but because I had like all these doubts or whatever, I feel like I can't speak. It's interesting how the mind tries to stop the process, you see? This is my mind. It's not who I am. I'm not my mind. So try to remember that. But we are learning it. I'm still learning it. Any more questions? Mark says, what are you up to at the moment? So at the moment, I teach this technique.
Yes.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, just asking, yeah, what are you up to at the moment? And just wondered, yeah, what you're up to. Are you in Chile or UK?
Yeah, I'm in Chile. I'm in Chile at the moment. And I'm a full-time healer and coach. This is what I do for a living now, for many years now. And I drop all of my other jobs. And now I'm also teaching this technique. I am about to teach it for the 7th time this weekend, actually. And a few of you have asked me when am I going to teach it in English. So we're thinking of June. With Evie, we were talking about it. I talked about it with you, Mark, as well, and with another friend to teach this for my friends and colleagues and people that I know in English in June. So you guys can have the experience too, because I was too focused on the Spanish crowd. I've done many courses like this, many workshops. I've taught this 7th time already, or 6, 7 is this weekend. But anyway, but I haven't done it in English, so it's time. It's time I do it in English. So we will do it in June, but we'll start doing these webinars regularly, so you guys can get into it, ask questions, try the meditation. So when you actually do the course, it will be easy because you'll know the path. It's just a way to prepare you. I like preparing my students. We did a few course classes before the actual classes with my students because it's better, it's easier for everyone. And you can start reading the book and getting into it. This is an actual international certification. You'll get certified by the Theta Healing Institute of Knowledge, I think it's called, from the US, but it's an international certification. It has a manual, which is very thick, and it's a very good manual, actually. It's very well written, and it has a book. And each course has all of that, a book, a manual, and a certification. And I teach the basic 3 courses, which are the foundation of this technique. Then there's like really deep courses that you can take if you want. If you want to learn to talk to plants, you can take the plant one. If you want to learn to talk to animals, you can take the animal one. Or if you want to learn to heal diseases, you can take the disease ones. But if you just want to know how to do this or how to connect better or feel better, so those 3 are the ones that you need. And that's why it's the 3 that I teach until now. Maybe I'll teach other ones in the future, but those are the 3 that I can teach. Because you have to certify to be a teacher, obviously. I have another question. Oh, yeah, I saw that question. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm up to at the moment, teaching and going sessions. Yeah, but I realized that I've been focusing on the Spanish-speaking people too much. And it's time I give the English-speaking people some chance to. So this is the beginning. I did some meditations many years back in 2019, but that was it. I just did these meditations, I released them, and then I didn't carry on. So now we're gonna do something more, regularly. I don't know if you guys would like to meet, like to do this more often. How often would it be like a good Like, would every week be too much? That's my question. To
I
these
would do.
workshops,
I would do so.
you would do every week. Because we could do every week, and whoever shows up, shows up. You know, I don't mind it. It's so beautiful. I want to share it with the world. I'm just a bit shy sometimes, but I'll get over it. But it's needed. This is so needed in the world. It changes lives. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful technique. Let's do it. Okay, Mark says could do probably every 2 weeks. Yeah, so we could do like a mixture or whatever. I could do every week and you can come every 2 weeks, or we could do, I think about 3 a month is good number. I don't want to commit every week at the same time, the same day. That's not, I don't really work like that very well, but I can tell you in advance so we can plan it and we can change a little bit, because this was a bit too early for some friends that have kids. They're in the UK and I'm putting them to bed and they're not going to be available. 7 p.m. is too early for them because the kids are still awake, basically. So we'll see. Maybe we'll put it 1 hour later or something. Some days we can play with the times, because I know Evie's in Greece. Calliope, you're in Greece as well? No? Where are you? Where are you in the world?
I am in the UK now,
In the UK.
but most often I'm in Greece. So I'm between
Okay.
in Greece.
So we've got 3 time zones: Chile, UK, and Greece at the moment. Yeah, so I wouldn't do like every Wednesday at this time, because I don't know if that's gonna serve everyone. We might change it a little bit. I'll think about it, or we'll make a calendar. I don't know. I'll think about it. What will be better for everyone? I'll talk to the other people, but we can start doing it at least twice a month, just to kind of get you guys into it and see the results, because it's very beautiful. Thank you for coming.
That's very nice. Thank you very
Thank
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, guys, I am out of water.
You take care.
Remember to drink. Remember to drink water, to sleep well, and just see the changes. You know, write to me if you want to. You also have my email address now, so because when you subscribe, it should have given you my email address, so you guys can, you know, tell me what's happening. It's good to know. And I'll send you the recording so you can do it again. It's the same principle. This is divine energy. So if you say yes in the recording, it works exactly as if you say yes, I lie. I'm not doing it. I'm just watching it. I'm just a witness, but I'm not the one doing it. I don't make the miracles. I just witness them. I facilitate it, but I don't do them. It's the creator. So you can do the recording and it would have the same effect. So I do recommend you do it, because it will help. Yeah. That's it. So thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure. I'm so
Thank
glad
you.
you came and you stayed. And it's so good to see you guys and to meet you, Calliope. And let's see you again soon. Oh.
You are muted.
Did you say something, Calliope?
Thank you for the invitation. It's lovely meeting you. Thank you.
It's lovely meeting you too. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Gabriela.
I feel like we already know each other. I feel like we're all friends, you know? It always happens with this energy, because we attract people that we already know from other lifetimes. So it happens. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming, and let's see you again soon.
Love you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Feel like yeah.
Feel like it.